Hello people, how you doing? How you feeling today? Now this is another episode of What's Happening, and yes, we have something juicy in the store for you. Now before getting into it, I have somebody in the studio with me. Her name is okay people, now let's get into the nitty gritty of today. I'm sure you guys have seen the stuff that have been flying around, jumping up and down like flies, like whatever, about Bobrisky winning the best dressed female at a movie premiere. What are your thoughts?
Beast of Two Worlds. That movie premiere was very well publicized because you needed to see the costumes that people wore.
Was it though?
Yeah, well, when I say very well publicized, I mean because of the costumes and the fact that, the premiere itself is what was publicized, not really the movie like that. Don't be angry now.
No. I have my opinion on this. So I want to know your opinion on Bob winning the best dressed.
I said all this to say that there were so many women in that setting. So many of your faves were there. I can't even begin to mention names. There were so many people, yet when they decided that, let us pick the best dressed female in this place right now, right here. For some reason, the best person they could pick, who was the best dressed female, and that position, that winning slot, came with money. Okay,
1 million naira.
With 1 million naira. Now you cannot tell me that even your favorite celebrities will not need that 1 million for something, even if it's for airtime.
Yeah. So what do you think? Like, what's your view on them giving?
And it ended up with Bobrisky.
Yeah. What is like? I want to know your thoughts. I want to because I have a lot to say about this thing. So what do you think about them giving Bob the best dressed female?
Best dressed female.
Sorry, we left that part about best dressed female.
Look, I have a question.
Yeah.
I feel like this question might be what a lot of people might also be asking.
Yeah.
What were the criteria
for being the best dressed female?
Exactly, for picking who the best dressed female was.
Okay.
I mean, did the person have to be dressed really, really lovely, like in a way that is more exquisite than anybody else? And did the person need to be a female? Because, I mean, when you hear best dressed female, those are the
your
two
first thought
things
comes
that
to a woman.
mind, right? So did it have to be with the price of the outfit? Was that also something they considered? Did it have to do with, the accessories, how it was put together? Did it have to do with, who styled it, who designed the outfit?
What were the criteria?
What were the criteria? But normally when you hear best dressed female, you only think two things: the best dressed
women
and the female,
the actual female.
Imagine my absolute shock.
Okay, so now you said you're shocked that they gave it to Bob, who we don't know the gender because he's still claiming she's a she. Wow, tongue twister there.
Girl,
he's still claiming she's a she.
I'm not even gonna break.
But I think now this is where it might be. I don't know. This is what I feel. To be honest, I didn't know about the premiere.
We know.
If they had not given Bob
with horns,
do you understand? No, not even with the horns and everything. It started trending after they awarded. So it's a controversial. It's PR, bro. It's PR. Because if they had not given Bob, who would know about this premiere?
But here's my thing. So there's somebody who we all know, a very popular content creator, who always talks about the fact that, if this person is validated as what the person is doing is right, then that might influence like a lot of younger people who are coming up to think this exact same thing. So I'm wondering, I mean, we've seen this before. In America, Caitlyn Jenner was given...
Yeah, I think they want to incorporate those beliefs and bring it back.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian has won Man of the Year, GQ Man of the Year.
So are we switching roles now?
And I'm like, are we trying to do
Are we switching roles now?
So
is that what we're doing here?
If that's the case, you cannot say that this cannot be explained away as a publicity stunt.
No, it can be, because this is the first time. Let's even leave Caitlyn Jenner and Kim Kardashian. Let's leave them to one corner, yeah?
But what that means is they're validating that here as well. So if somebody wakes up and says,
"Wait, is it that the 14 years is not here again? What's going on? What's going on?"
If you are caught in any type of same-sex,
we're just chilled.
14 years, but then you call, because we used to say that, oh, it was a publicity stunt. He's not really a girl, but
I think it's PR.
We know. I'm trying to defend that PR now. I'm trying to be in the mind of the people who put that incredibly stupid PR stunt together.
No, because they know that they are going to talk. No, it's not even about what were they thinking. It's just that I want to trend. I'm going to go to the ends to trend.
And even if I'm trying to wrap my head around that, are you also trying to validate the fact that Bobrisky is a woman? Are you trying to tell us?
No, they are not validating anything. They just want, look, if I want something, some people, if they want something, no matter what, they can do anything.
They'll be like,
they can do anything as long as I get this stuff and I get people to talk about it.
Then that was very close-minded. That was a very close-minded, and I get that. Yeah, I get wanting to trend. But then you cannot be,
because if they did not, nobody really cares.
I'm not
as long as it trends.
I hear you. Trending was the focus, right? Because now that Bob is best dressed female, and it happened at that Beast of Two Worlds movie premiere.
Okay, hold on.
I mean, I'm even mentioning the name of the movie because I now know the name of the movie
because of Bob.
And because of the fact that this happened.
Because of Bob.
But now let's look at the other things that happened. The ripple effect of this one thing just for trying to trend.
Now, for trying to trend, they're not talking about your movie. They're talking about Bob.
And they're talking about the things that could influence other people now that Bob has been given that. You know, he said he's no longer a he, that he's taken out all the parts that make him a he.
Yeah.
And now, everything is female now. So are you trying to say that, oh yeah, we support this? And if one of their children, you people should,
I don't think they're supporting it. I think maybe you're trying to create an excuse. No, let's just call it what it is. It's PR.
Exactly.
It's PR.
It's PR. But it's
they gave
PR.
2 men awards.
It's trashy PR.
They gave 2 men awards.
I'm not even sorry to say that.
Best dressed female, a man. Best dressed male, a man. 2 male.
Exactly. Going
home with the award. There were other beautiful girls. Papaya, I loved her outfit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the horns and everything, but I loved her outfit. I loved Modella's outfit. So they looked at everything.
Cross-dressers at this event.
No, I won't be.
Exactly. And that's what happens when you honor somebody who it was in the spotlight, who has been in the spotlight for something like this. And then if the popular claim of, oh, he's a man, but he's out there and possibly with relations with other men, and there's somebody on the other hand is saying, oh, this is illegal, you get 14 years in prison if you do this. I'm like, now no rude.
No rude. And yeah, I mean,
because honestly speaking, we all know that this is wrong. We shouldn't even be condoning this, but in the name of PR,
we have to do what we have to do. Yeah.
This is sinking so low, I can't even begin to comprehend.
It's actually PR. For me, I feel like it's PR because I wouldn't know anything about that movie, to be honest.
Do you think people want to go watch the movie now? Do you think Bob is in the movie?
No. He would have said it.
If he was in the movie,
he would have said it if he was in the movie. And then people will...
I actually agree with
that. He would have said it. Oh, come on. Mommy of Lagos.
Yes.
In this thing. Oh, come on. Stop it. He would have said it if he's in the movie. And that would even make the movie trend more. Mm-hmm. If just this little PR stunt they played is getting this much traction. Now imagine him in a movie.
Well, actress Dayo Amusa came out to, talk about it. She expressed
her emotions.
Oh, God. And she was very eloquent with it. And I loved the fact that she spoke about it. Even Toyin...
She's like...
Abraham
like, Bobo.
Like...
Bobo.
In the presence of Bobo.
Are
that
you
was
really
what I
serious?
even liked her for. I was like, say it in his presence. Because honestly, if we don't speak about these types of things, it will only get worse. It will only get worse.
I feel like nobody cares right now anymore.
Yes, because if
now everyone,
PR, then that means
everyone now just wants
everything that should be morally right can be thrown away.
Yes, of course,
in the name of PR,
and then bring the morally wrong things and make it right
and make it look like it's really
good.
right. this is what should be done.
By the way,
because now they suffer this content.
Hi, what's up, people? How you doing? How you feeling? It's another episode of What's Happening, and I'm excited for this one because our mommy of Lagos is
your mommy of Lagos.
He's been in this space for a long time, and
but
we've
your mommy of Lagos.
Okay, their mommy of Lagos.
Now you're talking.
Their mommy of Lagos. Well, their mommy of Lagos is in prison. I'm sure you guys have seen that EFCC went to drag Bobrisky, aka Idris, to court, and they told him that you have to go to jail because you were
abusing the
use of Naira. And they've said it before, so it's calm. But I want to know what you think, because I have a very, 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 very different opinion as to what is going on, the whole situation. So Somty, please tell us, what do you think about the whole Bobrisky, EFCC? In fact, should we even add VDM to the whole
I don't
gist?
think we can do this without adding VDM,
because he's the source.
He's supposedly the source, allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, they were both sources of their arrest, but it's fine.
Exactly, and now VDM has been released, or was released, only for Bobrisky to get arrested. So on some level, you could speculate that there's a link somewhere. But EFCC is telling us point blank that this person, Bobrisky, has been arrested and sentenced to 6 months in prison without the option of a fine because he was abusing and mutilating the Naira. That's basically what they're saying. So there is no respect whatsoever. That they're talking about VDM, they're talking about cross-dressing.
Yeah.
There's no reference to that at all. Basically, they're saying this guy is going to spend 6 months in jail because he's been spending money unnecessarily, and people are stepping on the Naira, and they're devaluing the Naira, and this is one reason why the devaluation of the Naira is happening. And though people might say, oh, he's not the only one doing it, but they will start from somewhere. Exactly. Although they did start from there's this Yoruba actress, I can't remember her name, all my days, but she was arrested. We don't know where she is. She was arrested and she was taken to jail, but after that we didn't hear anything about it. In reference to hearing anything, they've put out like a statement talking about the fact that there will be other people that they will arrest for this same reason. And
Bobrisky fell forward.
No, this was after Bobrisky.
Oh, this
is pretty recent.
Oh, really?
Yesterday or day before yesterday.
Oh, really?
So basically, Bobrisky has been taken to jail for this reason, and EFCC is saying there will be other people. We're still doing our investigations. There will be other people going forward, which is why I said they had to start somewhere. Right? They had to start somewhere. But you mentioned VDM earlier, and I said there's no how that there will not be a link somehow.
Yes, exactly.
Particularly if you're just speculating, right?
Now, for that VDM, I'm really, really like, it's giving payback. Now I'm going to say this, it's giving payback. Now let me tell you something, So VDM made speculations about Bobrisky doing a lot of things with people of the high names, making allegations. Do you understand? And then there was no proof. That is a crime. Which is
tentatively the reason.
That is defamation of character.
And that's why he was arrested.
For 1 week.
Yes, for 1 week.
And that is a crime, because you can't tell me, oh, this is... Isn't that you were saying that, okay?
He wasn't tried. He was rescued. He was bailed.
He was
released
on bail.
Money rescued.
Dog shelter. He was rescued,
sister. He was. No, I can't get it out of my head.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We get you.
He was really.
He was really rescued.
He was.
Calm down.
Relax, baby. Something.
Okay.
Get it together.
Okay.
He was
really rescued. Let's go.
He was released on bail. And that's because he was released on bail is why he didn't serve any jail term.
So why focus on? I'm like, why focus on just Bobrisky, giving him or she 6 months in jail
Because their crimes are different.
It's different. So defamation of character, 1 week. Stepping on note.
No, defamation of character did not get VDM 1 week.
What did it?
Hold on. I'm sure that there was a process that went through.
Okay.
Even though that process wasn't publicized the way
Bobrisky's own was. Yes.
But the thing here is he got the option of bail.
So this is what I'm saying. So it's a straight target to.
How did he get the option of bail for calling out, for defaming the name and character of such influential people?
Yes, exactly. Not even Bob.
And
then this is Bob. 6 months
without the option of fine.
Without the option, meaning that they're targeting him.
Less grievous offense? Would you say that the?
I would say without. Okay,
it's a less grievous
I will not
offense?
say it's a less grievous offense, because they've obviously said it countless times that please do not do this to the naira and everything. It's fine. You did that to yourself. One, but this other hand, you don't have evidence. You're literally making allegations. You have to provide that evidence. For you to be so sure, you beat your chest and say, I know of this. So you have to like bring out the evidence and say like, yeah, it's true.
Okay, but here's the other thing, which I think you
So how did they let him out?
Okay, I cannot answer that.
I'm literally raising my hand up like,
I cannot answer that simply because we were not a party to the process.
That is true.
We were not.
I think they kept it under wraps
for this reason. And I say for this reason because now that Bobrisky has been arrested, he's a much bigger name. He's a much bigger sensational factor.
Exactly.
As opposed to
VDM.
VDM get out. But gets
do you know where their mommy started?
But the mouth where it gets,
it's
how
not
the name might not be the mouth where Bobrisky. VDM name.
It not even reach the Idris.
The level.
The scale is not.
Idris. No, but Idris get name. Now Bobrisky get name.
Stop.
Where am I going with this? I'm basically saying that you cannot eliminate completely the current happenings of Bobrisky without linking it to VDM somehow.
Also, I feel like all this is just a facade. Now, hear me out. How do you see a person going to jail? Because in my years of like watching movies and seeing a lot of things, how do you see somebody carrying a luggage like he's going to for a weekend in Mauritius or in the Maldives? Like, you're so calm. Even his ass was assing and everything.
I'm gonna give you that. It's suspicious.
Exactly.
Very sus.
Exactly. So my view on this is like, okay, maybe they just want like a social media rave and everything, and just put all the limelight on Bobrisky, the whole VDM stuff, and then back to making VDM look like, oh my god, he's a savior in all of these things.
Well, he's making himself look like that as well.
Making himself, because nobody's really like.
Nigerians are believing it, if we're being honest.
Not me.
If we're being honest.
Not me.
If we're being honest, they're believing it.
And you're like, oh, he's going to jail. You've checked. Also, they've checked that he's intact.
So they said. So by his, I'm sure you guys already know this. We're talking about his appendage, his male appendage from the Lord, the one that came biologically.
So we get that Bob was lying, which is like. That's so wrong.
Yes, because he came out to say that.
Yeah, that he's a woman now.
Actually, a woman now.
So I'm like, really?
That's a lie.
What? Why did they arrest him? What's her offense?
His offense.
Why did they investigate him? Why didn't they investigate him before arresting her? There's a lot of
it's the confusion with the pronouns for me.
So
I think they did.
I mean, there was a video.
I think they did, because I do not think that EFCC will put their name like that to be dragged. Well, that's what I said. To be dragged through the mud without proper investigation. If you've noticed previously, even those times when they supposedly say when one artist or two people go on live and they say EFCC banged their door and they came in with.
There are always they
will always come out to say they had taken out time,
precautions and steps. Yes, that's true.
Before going to that location and doing what they did, so that leads me to believe that they will not just do this out of the blue. That's one. Two, something I've been meaning to say. Why I said you cannot exactly take out the link is because VDM goes to jail, spent a week, comes out, and barely 2-3 weeks after, or less.
Bobrisky gets arrested.
And the part of the reason VDM went to jail was because he said, he accused a lot of people in the police force,
of course,
of having intimate relations with Bobrisky.
Yes.
Now, I would say that even though EFCC is not saying anything in respect to the fact that Bobrisky was arrested for cross-dressing or for promoting that lifestyle online, his arrest and conviction and sentencing
still aligns,
is fulfilling two purposes.
Yes.
So, on paper, it's fulfilling the purpose of conviction for mutilating the naira. But it's also indirectly fulfilling the purpose of what VDM is all about, which is stop promoting this. Nobody's saying don't cross-dress.
True.
Nobody's saying don't do whatever SHIT you do behind the scenes in your life. But don't come online and put it in our faces and let younger people think that this is a lifestyle to look up to. Which is what VDM was all about previously, before he became really petty about it and made it a whole thing.
Actually,
but if Bobrisky does go to jail for 6 months, then that means if you're in jail, you're not going on live. You're not going online.
That is what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying.
So that's why I'm saying it's serving dual purpose, even though EFCC is not linking anything to it.
Exactly,
it's serving those two.
But I'm like. I really don't believe everything about this whole case, and the trial seems legit. Everything
you know, even to say they go jail.
I don't believe it, because how can you be carrying? See, have you seen the pictures, bro? How can you be carrying luggages? So all the criminals that they've caught, they have like boxes, and I'm like, make it make sense to me. What prison?
Yeah, he has to do hair, makeup.
What prison are they putting him in? Is it the same ones that other people are in? Because you're telling me, you're going to put him in a male prison, but then he's taking bags and he's taking this and he's taking that. I honestly
he's doing everything.
I honestly feel like they just want him off the internet, because there's a lot of news about them, and it's too much for them to handle. So bringing this cash mutilation and everything is just, just calm down. Don't be surprised if by mistake Bob just makes a video on live and sends to his Snapchat or whatever. But then
from jail,
is he in jail though? It's a speculate. I'm just saying, is he in jail?
I'm going to round off by saying the only way that we would really know if Bob was not targeted and if this was actually investigations and this was their conclusion
concerning the naira,
and then exactly if it was all about the naira, would be if, as they said, some other people start going to jail and getting tried for the same reason and getting convicted for the same reason,
and then I'll believe.
And I'm not talking one person, because you can use one person and kewa and say
we just
and we're taking this other person.
You must show us the
people.
Yes, you must show us the other people.
I mean, we're still in. This is April, right? There's still the rest of the year.
Exactly.
So before the end of the year, I should see like 3 more people.
Before the end, you did plan.
And I'm not talking 3 regular people.
Like,
I'm talking 3 big people.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's another episode. I think episode 5. 4?
I guess.
Around that line. If you've been keeping up, you know that it's episode 5, duh. Well, this is another episode of What Is Happening. Literally, I have a question. What's happening in the Hollywood industry, bro?
I know.
So, now, I'm just going to give a backstory. In fact, it's not even a backstory. I mean, everybody has seen this guy on the internet showing, wasn't showing, but he was stark naked. I know you know who I'm talking about, John Cena. Yeah. At the Oscar Award, bro came out to present an award for best costume design, but he came out fully nude, and there was a lot of controversy surrounding this.
Well, not fully, because he had the cardboard type thing.
He naked, I be no naked,
covering his crotch.
He naked, I be no naked. But I mean, if you went out, just covering this and doing like this, You're naked, bro. You're naked. He came outside.
Yeah.
You are naked. Now, my first thought was,
what's happening?
Why is a full-grown man, I think he's over 40, but a 40-year-old man coming outside stark naked, giving
at such an event?
Like,
what could you possibly want to prove? What kind of twist could this be? Somebody in the comments when I saw the post said something along the lines of, oh, now this is them. This is the Academy trying to increase their ratings again.
Of course.
Increase their ratings, increase their views. And I'm like, with a nude Justina?
But there's like a controversy. I don't know if you saw the Cat Williams interview where he said they would first indict you into the ritualism.
Yeah, the humiliation ritual.
Humiliation ritual. You first wear skirts and now it has gone up a notch by wearing nothing.
Nothing, literally.
So they started with... Terry Crews has done it. Martin Lawrence has done it. Madea has done it. I mean, sorry, what's Madea's name? Tyler Perry has done it.
He has done it? Okay,
Madea.
The skirt thingy. The skirt thing, not the nude one.
Not the nude.
I was like,
but now,
Martin Lawrence
I think that they're trying to infuse nudity into the whole ritual and humiliation process. Now, I'm going to read
I won't be surprised.
I mean,
I will not.
I mean, it's just a lot of controversy, and it is... You can't just phantom what they're thinking.
You know they're playing mind games, and you know that there's something else behind what you're actually seeing.
It's not normal.
Because, exactly, that's how you know there's something else behind it.
Now, someone said from the comment section on Twitter, X, I can't even really call it X or Twitter, but you understand what I'm saying, Twitter. Now, someone said, first it was the dress, now this, now watch his career take off to new heights now. It's what they have to do, part of the timeline. And I'm like, that's true.
But John Cena has had an interesting progression so far.
So why?
You know, from the WWE into movies.
You can't see me.
Well, now they can see a lot of movies.
They can see your private pass.
You know, he's doing quite a lot of movies, and before you know it, and he's doing big movies. He's not doing them small. He's doing big movies.
He has been some active lead roles. He has been supporting roles. So why are you doing all of this? For what? What are you trying to prove?
You know, that's interesting, because I'm now like, what new heights could his career possibly go again? Like, how high can the career go again? Because if this is a prerequisite for new heights, in air quotes,
what height?
How high? How high can you supposed to go?
Because you can't tell me that nobody knows you. Everyone knows you.
Everyone knows
WWE,
you.
like you said, to it's
like
not like
you're a name now. You're a household name. You're a AAA artist at this point.
If it was like
celebrity,
an upcoming actor that did this, I'll be like, okay,
yeah. This one actually needs promotion. He needs that extra oomph.
But you're a.
But this one doesn't need oomph. He doesn't need no oomph.
You're already there. You're classified as one of the best actors, so why did you do that?
I am actually waiting. I'm actually going to be really patient.
Come on.
To see
movie
what
deals
the
have
rest
lined
of this
up.
year brings.
Movie deals have lined up for this guy.
Because clearly this has to mean something. It makes no sense.
So someone said, no, this is called John Cena being John Cena.
Yeah.
There will be people like that. There will be people like that.
It's the new heights of the ignorance for me. It's the ignorance that have attained new heights.
And someone said, I see nothing wrong here.
Oh, yeah. But if it was a woman, everybody would go crazy. They'll be like, oh my God.
Why would she do
Why would they objectify?
Why would she do that? That's a derogating thing to do.
Yeah, okay.
So it's John Cena being John Cena.
There's no twist. There is no twist that could have led to that if it's not something that he has to. I mean, I'm not a big fan of conspiracy theories, but this stands to reason.
Of course.
Because what could have led to that?
Of course.
I cannot fathom for the life of me what could have led to that.
I think that I think we've been talking about BET Awards, most of the awards, Grammy Awards and everything, and they've not been getting ratings as to the normal time.
Yeah, so how this used to be way back in the day.
Yes, this could be like, we need more views on this thing,
and this
was because think of the Oscar awards, this last Oscar awards that just happened. Literally the only highlight of the show was John Cena being naked. Also, adding to the fact that he has OnlyFans, so this could be a way of advertising himself on the platform. Yeah, you don't know. Oh, he has OnlyFans. I think it's free for now. So if you want to go check it out, you.
Okay,
you know what?
Okay, wait. Hold up.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Okay,
and in his new movie, he's wearing a skirt, makeup, pop socks, pigtails, Ricky Staniki, and everything. I'm like, what is going on?
No, I mean, I get where the movie is coming from.
No, I don't get it. It's too much.
It is too much. I will give you that. I'm woman enough to admit when something. I will give you that. It is a bit too much, but the movie was actually very entertaining. But OnlyFans does that not mean you should come up doing advert on the Oscars?
And now, so that
and then what is the OnlyFans in place? What exactly is the content of his OnlyFans?
I don't know.
Oh,
you might want to check it out, but that's not my niche, and that's not what I look forward to in life.
You will not find me there. But basically, I feel like if this was an attempt to increase the ratings or the views for the Oscars,
trash.
That was BS. It was
the lowest point of Oscar
and they
award.
had to. See, it's the fact that he agreed to do that for me.
Yeah, you have to agree.
Be a function of the knowledge of it and what the benefits could be if this is really some sort of humiliation ritual.
Benefits does he want?
Or is it that
when
he doesn't know about it, or he just
why would you not know
nice
about it?
Twist.
Why would you not know? I mean, if they tell you something, come out, we need you naked for the show.
You know what's even
the
ironic?
first thing you say is why?
Ignorance is not even an excuse to do something so stupid.
Why? What am I getting out of this? What?
Okay. Anyway, we want to know what you guys think.
Just drop in the comment section
just
below,
let us know.
basically, because
did you think that this was maybe fine, or did you think, like some people said in the comments, it didn't really mean anything?
Yeah.
Or are you team conspiracy that is calling it a humiliation ritual, or you have a random point of view that we haven't talked about?
Exactly.
Put it there in the comment section. Remember to share as well. Very
anyways,
important.
John Cena is saying now you can see him because fully
we can see you in
before we cannot see him, but now you can see him. Anyways, this is it on what's happening. Until next time, guys, you know the vibes.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of What's Happening, and this is Isaac, and we'll be talking about politics today. President Tinubu had a visit to Qatar a few days back, and Qatar and Nigeria signed several agreements and memorandum of understanding (MOU). So, which Qatar Amir Sheikh Tamim bin Ahmad Al Thani and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu witnessed the deal made within the several fields of education, mining and agriculture, and other aims to enhance mutual cooperation, including the agreement to establish a business council, as well as the signing of an MOU between the Qatar Chamber and Nigeria Association of Chambers of Commerce. President Tinubu said there is nowhere in the world where you will find a return on investment at the level of what you will see in Nigeria, a massive market of over 200 million skilled Nigerians, always industrious and ready to work. He also said Nigeria is ready for serious business. The Qatari royal went ahead to say, everywhere in the world, Nigerians are known for their brilliance and hard work. We only need to ensure that this is happening inside of Nigeria rather than outside. Then our humble president went ahead to say, if anyone demands for bribe from the Qataris, they should report that person directly to him. And this is what sparked Nigerians over the weekend. That's why would President Tinubu demarket us that way? I would say that wasn't the marketing. Rather, he's just saying, okay, this is what foreign investors they really want to hear from the president of the nation, in which they will be investing in. It's him saying they should report anyone asking for bribes. And it's not that we all know how hard it is for foreign expatriates coming to invest in the country, how hard it is for them to do certain things in Nigeria without giving out bribes to government officials or anybody's even the private sector, the same thing happening. So this President Tinubu's statement really sparked a lot of Nigerians over the weekend, saying he shouldn't have said that this is him demarketing us and all that. And also that during the yesterday program from TVC Your View, the women, they had quite a conversation about it, and it was really broad. And from what they said, and from what every other Nigerians have been clamoring over the statement made by President Tinubu, it just shows that, yeah, he wasn't demarketing us. Rather, he's just giving the foreign investors an assurance that, look, Nigeria is ready for serious business, and we know these are areas where a lot of foreign investors are having issue with. Because meanwhile, most of these foreign investors, they even prefer to bribe, because once they are bribing, they get away with a lot of bullshit, because they get to underpay Nigerians and all that. So yeah, and President Tinubu is back to Nigeria yesterday, and that's all we have on what's happening today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to What's Happening. It's another episode, and of course we have a juicy story for you. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen the Rema walking out on stage. Yeah, of course, but I want to know your insights. Now, Somty and I, Jesus, my village people are saying, and I'm not even, no offense, but I'm not even Yoruba though, but Jesus Christ.
Fired.
Oh my God. But yeah, Somty, I mean, you saw the video of him walking out.
I did.
I think we both have similar, like we agree. But then today
it was right.
Yes,
to
of
have
course.
Walked out, but I agree, but
I want to play devil's advocate.
I agree, but okay.
What do you think?
Okay.
Before I get into it,
Here's my but. So I agree that he should have walked out. Like, I agree that he did the right thing, so to speak. And I like the way that he did it. He did not talk down on people. He just said, "Oh, Africa is in the house. This shouldn't be as it is. People came here before, and everything was set up for them. Why is it now that Africa is about to, there was a way he said it, basically, that this is happening." And I like that he kept saying Africa. He didn't make it about himself as an artist. And I think that's what actually people like. I do not think now, okay, before I go to say what I'm about to say, I like how he did that. And I think he made a valid point by saying everything was set up for the people that came before him. And just in case you didn't know, this is a J. Cole concert, actually. This Dreamville concert was a J. Cole concert. It has
to be perfect.
And Rema was a guest, so to speak, on this show. So how do you prioritize other people? And then it comes to his turn, and the engineers didn't even look like they knew what they were doing. They weren't even looking like they were trying to assist or trying to find a solution. And even after he said what he said, he started singing, like, okay, let the show go on type thing. But he started singing and nobody could hear what he was singing. Like, who does that? Like, who does that? It's like, okay, I pointed out that there's a fault somewhere. Rather than fixing it, you just left it.
Yeah, okay, so
any rational person would walk out. But my but in this whole thing was, the reputation, like his reputation, how it will look, being that he was invited on.
Exactly, because this is what I'm going to. This is where
J. Cole's team and all of that.
Yeah, this is where I want to buttress the point.
Bad reflection, so to speak. So you could say he was right, but it would have still reflected badly.
So this is what I want to buttress the point. Like, this is your first time, right? On performing at a J. Cole's concert or whatever it is. So. But I feel like, I don't know, if he was an upcoming artist, would he make mention of these things? No, he literally just tried to sing his way through and then come outside and be like,
but if he was an up and coming artist, he would not have been invited on that platform to begin with.
That is true. But also, can we also like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not in support of them at all.
Okay.
At all. So I'm just I want a conversation where it's a two-way side.
I feel you.
Could it also be that those DJs, I know you've made mention of it, but the sound engineers and everything, maybe something messed up. Even them, they were confused. It could be that they were what's the word? Trying to figure it out. But exactly, you know when you're looking for something, you're like, wait. Yeah, it could be. So
here's the thing. According to comments, because I read a lot of comments, people who watched the show and all of that, people were saying after he walked out, they started setting up the stage. They started setting up the stage for J. Cole.
I mean, obviously, this show is for J. Cole, right?
Granted. But I can promise you that when J. Cole comes on that stage,
so are you saying
this
that
will not happen?
Are you saying that they're looking down on African artists or they're being partially racist?
No, not necessarily. I'm just saying that they did not think he was a priority. They did not give him the same accord
that they give
the others.
Yeah.
And if by any means something actually happened that they couldn't figure out at that point in time, then we could say that okay, maybe that was a one-off, but it was still odd because it's not like he walked out immediately after he said what he said. He sang for a bit and we still couldn't hear him. The crowd was singing, trying to cover up the whole situation. You could read his lips and he was singing "Calm Down" and everything.
Also,
and
I saw comments where I saw comments where like people were like, oh, in as much as they're not in support of what happened, that people should not act like it was deliberately done to Rema. It felt like people were like, oh, you are deliberately doing this to Rema. It was targeted at Rema because at the end of the day,
that I don't think
it wasn't deliberately done to Rema.
I don't think
so. The whole Africa thing, I think maybe most people faced some challenges, but they didn't show it. How would you know if Rema didn't come out to talk about it? Maybe they did, and nobody actually knew about it because they sang their way through it.
It's a lie. Here's why I say it's a lie. Let me tell you why it's a lie.
You know why?
Because when he was singing, technical difficulties can play out in different ways. But I don't know what the sound situation was when he was talking.
Maybe it was really, really bad. It was sounding fine.
We heard him, but then he started to sing, and then we didn't hear him.
So maybe they didn't want him to sing.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm saying it's possible that the engineers were lost. It's possible that something went wrong that they couldn't fix on the spot immediately.
On his own performance.
I agree with all of it. It's very possible.
On his own performance.
But I'm also saying that he's right for working out.
No, he's actually really right.
How else was he supposed to? Even the song that he was singing, from the video I saw, you could hear "Calm Down" in the background. I'm sure the DJ must have been playing it, so you could hear it in the background. But it was not enough for an actual performance. Now, some people would argue and say that that was an opportunity to show that he's a professional, because you could have used that opportunity to be like, let your crowd control and crowd participation skills show off in times like this. Exactly. You could engage the crowd more, let them do most of the singing, just do a bit of something, people come onto the stage, do a bit of dance, something, that could at least make up for the time that he was supposed to be on that stage. But we all know that if you've seen anything concerning Rema, his previous concerts,
he delivers. That is not how he operates. Yeah, but I'm also saying comment that, look, at the Dreamville Festival, it was the mic, the sound, everything was just messed up for most of the artists. But yes, actually, it was messed up for nearly all the artists, even for J. Cole.
So are you saying that when he said that the people who came before him had good sound, he was lying?
I was not there. That's why I said they didn't really show other people's performance. We wouldn't have known about the festival if this had not happened.
Yes, but going by, did you in a lot of comments in the comment
section? let me read one that I just saw. The person said, no, this was not intentional. They had a lot of sound issues. I was there. His whole Dreamville group 50 Cent and many others had sound and mic issues as well. Sound was an overall issue the past weekend. So don't spin the narrative because overall this was a very put together. So basically it wasn't.
I understand you.
You're
trying to say it wasn't targeted
but,
at him.
Yeah, but the way the narrative is going through is like, oh, they targeted Rema, they targeted Africa.
I don't know.
No, there's a lot of comments on that.
I feel like that's just people are just being unnecessarily dramatic.
I mean, obviously, especially when it is an African artist.
Yes. But being that, as you said, it has happened before, and this is why I said, even if it was a sound problem, like a real sound problem, let's even say everybody else's act was good, and it came to him, and something happened just about the time he was about to climb the stage.
Then we know that, okay, this is actually really wrong.
I feel one of
and targeted to him.
No, it may still not have been.
But then again,
it may still not. If something
people
went
are
wrong,
not. Yes.
Just as it was about to climb the stage, you cannot say that it was targeted.
It was targeted.
There's no way to prove that it was.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people are making it look like, oh my God, they're targeting African artists. If it was Burna Boy that was on stage, you know what he would have done. Whiskey would have walked
Burna Boy would have
blah blah blah. Of course.
And then again, I would have say that Rema did this because Burna Boy has done it before.
Of course.
I dare say that he did this.
Of course.
Because
if nobody had done it, exactly. So following in his footsteps, following in his footsteps is like the right thing to do.
Technically.
And leaving. Because honestly, if Burna Boy had not done it, to be honest, he is going to perform. I'm actually saying that he's going to perform. He might even do clap and sing for everybody. So you could have done it regardless.
To use the crowd as your prop.
Yes, he could have done it regardless as a performer.
Exactly. There are ways to have gone about it. Now, in case somebody's listening to this and saying, this is something, she's just going back and forth. I'm not. I agree that he should have, that he walked off the stage and
for
he was
his craft.
Right. Yes. I agree. But I also think that could have been an opportunity
for him to
do something different.
Yeah.
And I also understand when people say that, oh, you're making it look like it's a bigger deal than it is, because you're blowing it out of proportion, trying to make it look like, oh, it was targeted at Rema to make his act so bad. When in reality, chances are that it could have just really been a sound defect.
It was, actually.
So, two truths can coexist. I think he was right for walking out, because there's no way that would have been up to par with any other previous concert that he had done before.
Of course.
And he probably didn't want to sound like somebody who's new in the game.
Yeah, like
on that kind
a
of
newbie on a J. Cole's festival. Why not walk away? But I'm also thinking that, okay, he could have done something better. He could have said, you know what, everybody put your hands together, we're gonna sing, we're gonna vibe, we're going to do this the old school way without the sound. I mean, there was music without sound at a point, without all the mics and everything, but people still had fun. So he could have done that at that time. We're just evolving.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly.
But
so he could have.
Not in that time.
Do you know that it would? No, it's fine. He could have done that, and it'd be like, oh, that is a slap to their faces. At the end of the day, I still performed, I still delivered, and everybody loved it.
Of course.
But then again,
I agree with that. You know, so there are so many ways to look at this.
Yeah.
There's another way to look at this is the finance aspect of things. He came for the concert. Would he be paid?
We don't know about that.
Because he didn't perform.
We don't know about that.
He technically did not perform.
We don't know about that.
Whose fault it was.
But we don't know if he would be paid though.
And it's not just him. The people who came to sing with him, the band.
Yeah, they are all affected. So if he doesn't
getting any money,
if he doesn't get paid, he probably just settled them from his pocket. I mean, Rema is a big artist, so he's supposed to. He can do that.
I just wanted to point out that there would be a financial consequence.
Of course,
to this
as well. So, ladies and gentlemen,
in general, these are hot takes on the matter.
What do you think? You know me, I came from the part that he should do clap and sing, and something's like, she's actually of the agreement that. He was right to walk off the stage. I mean, protecting his craft from where he's coming from.
But there's still an iota of pride there, Sha. Me no lie. If not that
come on.
You know, I mean, like, I know who I am.
Imagine. Forget that she just won a Grammy. Yeah. If it was Tyler, she would still perform.
Yes.
Exactly.
But Tyler is a woman.
Okay. Points taken.
But just in case you're listening and you don't know what that means that she has a lot more to prove.
She has a lot more to prove and a lot more at stake.
She has a lot more at stake. There's so much more. Just
you know
being
what?
a woman changes everything.
You know what?
for her.
I think that's it.
It really does. How many times in history have you heard that a woman walked off the stage because of sound issues?
Oh yeah.
How many times?
Or wardrobe malfunction. You will continue performing.
They would stay there.
You will stay there.
They would walk
What's
through
more?
it. Because they know that those opportunities don't come all the time.
It's a
matter how
once in
big
a
you
lifetime
they don't
thing.
come on. And media can now spin it and make it look so bad that nobody calls you again
Exactly.
for shows. And you know
Anyways.
now they're the money day. Money day those shows. So as a woman now, you now come on the show, you now say because your leg is tore or because the sound did not work, you now walked away. If I hear. But now Burna Boy has done this before. People rained insults on him, but he's still making his money, and they're still calling him for events.
And look at
abroad. In fact,
look
more
at
abroad
this
than
thing.
home
Yeah?
safe.
Look at this thing. So Burna Boy did it. They rained insults on him and a lot of backlash.
But it didn't
Rema
affect his
did
money.
it. No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, we
Let's
have to add
forget
that part. It didn't affect him being called for other concerts.
No, of course. But now Rema did it. But yeah, we respect Rema for walking out this stage. What's the difference?
It's the way he did it.
I mean, like
the way.
Burna Boy has always told people that I am not a chilled person.
We know, but
I will deck you.
that in itself is the problem.
Alright guys, welcome to another episode of What's Happening. It's still your girl Lucy and I have somebody in the studio with me. So, ladies and gentlemen, before getting into that, I just want to lay out the topic of today. We have just two, and it's violence here, violence there. I mean, there's nothing more sweeter than violence, especially when you're not in the middle of it all. But yeah, let's start off with Donald Trump. And before getting into that, hello Mr. Roy, how you doing?
I'm doing well. It's such a cold day, and Nikki needs some tea. Yeah,
Our
unfortunately,
producer.
I said she should give her rapper.
We don't do rapper. Still, we only do tea.
It's just tea or coffee.
Tea or coffee.
Yeah.
That's all we need to do. Oh, by the way, are you learning the new national anthem? You know, it's very...
I never learn everything finish for my life. Now, national anthem, I'm going to learn now. We'll catch up. I don't know what's happening.
You know my fear, before getting into the segment, you know those people they are always like interviewing people on the road. I hope they don't see me on the road, because I would change it. I would tell them to sing themselves. They should sing this song, because you can't ask me that question. I'm done. I'm done. It's stressful.
As in, especially when the sun is hot. You know, it's raining these days, but sun under hot sun, and I'll tell you, I sing national anthem
I will
with
stone
one
you.
phone and camera. You use to cord and wipe them on their neck.
Anyways, let's get into the nitty gritty of today. Now, Donald Trump has been convicted of how many felonies? 34 felonies.
34
Counts.
yeah.
And he's to be convicted in July 11th of this year. Now, is it deep breaths? I don't know. I mean, he might be wrong. He might be... There are evidences and everything. But I honestly feel like they just want to take him down because he says the truth. Yeah, that's what I feel like.
Is it because he says the truth or because he just says his mind? Which one?
Well, okay, the truth might not be the mind. He just says what comes to his head.
Yeah.
And people are scared of that because he might just go and leak out their
Yeah, he might just
secrets,
flip.
flip and everything. So I think for them, the best way to tame him is to lock him up.
Can they lock him up?
Can they though?
Can they?
Because honestly, yeah, you can't say, oh, you want to arrest or put him in prison for a former president. And we already have like a lot of things going on with other presidents. Let me even start with one I saw. I mean, there's Bill Clinton, who has multiple sexual assault accusations, but no evidence. There's always nothing. They're always cleaning it up. So why and how come Donald Trump is their scapegoat? Is it because they don't want him to win? Because I feel like he's coming back for the next election and he might win. So what do you think?
Okay. See, in American politics, it's just a lot of things, you know, and it all depends on who is on whose desk it stops on. So that's why I think, because like you said, Trump is not the first person that has had issues.
There are
So
lots.
why him? Just like that thing that Balotelli, when Balotelli scored a goal against, I think it was against Man U or something, he just raised up his head. So why always me? So that's something that's something Trump should
Why
probably
me,
wear.
Lord? Why?
me? But anyway, I think Trump is not the regular politician. It's not that guy that has, that all his life he's been training for politics. He's just some guy who, he's been saying his mind all through, talking the way he wants to talk,
Whoever
doing what
gets
he wants
hot
to do.
gets
He
hot.
never
It's not
really
his
get.
business.
And then suddenly, boom, the guy is coming out for elections. And I think they took him for granted. He never
How so?
saw that he could win the 2016 elections.
Yeah.
And boom, he won. Omo, that was like, man, who is this guy? Who is this wide mouth talking guy, anyhow yarning guy? Suddenly he's come to challenge the professional politicians, career politicians. From where? How? So he took them by surprise. So 2020 was let's get him out, and then they started the whole thing, and then because of all the issues where he was trying to even upturn the elections and all that, somehow they were able to win. Well, you see these 2024 elections.
Yeah. It's going to be.
It's like the sympathy. The guy has whipped up sympathy from all these trials and stuff, and he's now going to ride on that sympathy to
get him into
to
power
get
again.
votes and then win. That's what it's looking like. But check out, see, a university survey conducted in April, that was last month, found that 21% of voters said a conviction would make them less likely to support Trump, while 62% said it will make no difference. Just imagine. So
Meaning whether you even whether
they
you convict him or not, they will still
they will
vote
still
for
vote.
him.
62% too.
That's a high mark already.
Just imagine. So when you look at all the issues with the current president Biden, you look at the issues with inflation. Inflation is at an all-time high. You look at the issues with the border. Border control is weak now.
It's
You
just
see all the whole matters. You see competition with China. People are looking like it's becoming like America. America is no more the America they used to know.
But it's actually the truth. It's not the America that everybody wants to run to and say, I went abroad. I went
to America. It's becoming
not like
less
that.
attractive.
Now, even if you even say, I went to America, they'll be like,
America, I think
And
if you
so-
say I went to China, it's more
They'll be
like,
like,
oh,
wow,
nice
okay,
one.
nice.
That's the place. Then you look
But
at
America
stuff.
is like,
You look at stuff with this funding for the war. The war they are
Yes.
funding in Israel and Ukraine, and they're spending money rather than put the money into infrastructure development and becoming more nationalistic in their focus in terms of how do we make America better, what can we do.
They don't
It's
have
more
that
like,
time.
where's the war? Who is who are we? Do we have a soft spot for who is fighting what? And then they pump money into it. I'm not saying that Israel. I'm not I'm not trying to say that Israel should not defend themselves or Ukraine should not defend themselves. But I mean, America is very, very, or the politicians are more sympathetic towards funding those wars rather than fix the country.
Fixing the country up.
and
They want the wars.
maybe the wars are a way of showing their might, or saying that,
And
look, we are still
leaving
available.
people to suffer.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, the word's more of like a foreign policy or something, but when you look at Trump's his campaign speech, his what he's focused on, he's saying they need to end the wars. He's going to he's not going to support the wars. He's going to make sure the borders are strengthened. He's going to fight inflation. I mean, these are the basic things that people who the common man want. These are things they want to hear. Things like I'm going to ensure that the cost of gas, the cost of food drops.
Yes.
Because people are suffering in that America themselves. I mean, we're not in America, but imagine the politician comes out to say in Nigeria that, look, we want to ensure that the price of petrol drops from 600 and
But they've been
700
saying it for time
to
past
50
now.
naira. We want to ensure that
for time, but change. What's
You know.
here?
but I mean, just imagine, every common man, what they call those people on the road, the people that they call the masses,
Yes.
the masses, the masses,
civilians.
we also want to hear that, when you come into power, cost of electricity, which is almost 210 naira, will go down to $50 per unit. We want to hear that, security, we are securing our country. What's it called?
we want to
Terrorism,
hear the good things and
kidnappers, all those
everything.
things, they will disappear. We'll make sure we fight them, and then we see actual fight. We
see
that those
results.
things. You see results. These are the things we want to hear, and then we want to see being done. Not just the typical ostrich head in the sand, and you forget about the. So I tell you something, that if I was in America, or if I was an American, because you can vote from anywhere, I'll vote Trump. Honestly,
No, of
that's
course.
me. I'll vote Trump.
Because I think in his regime, it was more easier. Everything were a bit calm. There was really no terrorism as much as now.
Yeah, there were no wars. I mean,
so he leveled it to some point, and he did a very good job at leading America. It was fine at that point. The only issue that they have is that he's too loud-mouthed.
Yeah, I think you see, with politics, especially with a country like America, that's a world power, and is a leader in terms of industrialization and all the whole advancement, AI and all that. I think it's very important that one counts his words, because you won't just open your mouth and you just say anything, and then, because these things, people are waiting to hear what could make them do something. And you could provoke people, you could instigate them, you could push them to action just by what you say. So I think that first of this conviction of this hush money conviction,
Yes.
that he had to pay money and then he lied against it. I think it's I think it's not. That's like the weakest thing to use to convict him,
exactly.
I mean,
I feel like other people have done it safe.
Yeah, I mean, there are more charges like wanting to upturn the elections, conspiracy to overturn the results of the election. That's like a bigger one.
Why did they not pick out?
Why did they pick out this hush puppy something? Sorry, hush money something.
Hush puppy is in his place.
So, I'm sorry. And bring a what's it called? What they call those things? A porn star. And usually, I mean, that's like the least of America's worries. There are bigger issues. But I will say to Trump that, I'm not an American citizen, but just in case you win, I think you should tone down with, how you speak anyhow. Try and,
Trump
watch your
is
words.
always going to be Trump.
Yeah.
No matter what. So, I feel like I don't even know. I feel like if he continues this path, they might just read him off in some ways. Like, just silence him. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know, you just, make him sleep for a while.
I don't know that one. I don't know.
But Trump is always going to be Trump, and I feel like is it possible for him to contest again, because he's the first ever president to be convicted of a crime and then.
Yeah, I do not think there's any law in America that says that if you've been convicted, you can't run for presidency.
But won't it be a stain, and
I
people
think,
will be doubting it, okay, you are.
I think it's more of a moral issue. As a voter, would you rather vote a convicted
a
felon, than vote somebody who is clean? I think it's more of,
but are they clean,
but I mean, it now comes down to the voters. Do you see that? Is that big enough a moral issue for you? Having to solicit sex or solicit will I say, I don't want to use the word sex, but solicit what's that thing called? Okay, I've used it, from a prostitute. Is that a bigger issue for you? Is that a bigger moral issue than having to try to overturn the results of the 2020 elections? Is that something that you really say, I'm not going to vote for this guy because he solicits prostitutes or services from prostitutes, or he used to? Because I mean, that was in the past.
Yes. Are you going to use his past to
judge him? Is that big enough an issue? In comparison to the inflation, having to fight inflation, what he would normally he would do, having to curb inflation, secure the borders, make America more secure, and all that. Is that solicitation? bigger than, having to save more, make
People
America
are just
better.
Weird. People are just weird, to be honest, because we've seen workings from him, but instead they use his past that is not even related to politics and the betterment of the country to judge him, and it's very, very, very weird. I don't know what goes on from this, but
but one thing with politics is that people try as much as possible to present themselves as clean. Well, especially at that level, because morality is a yardstick of, to determine how good one is and how one will react to issues like this. Because, prostitution is a big industry, but in some cases it is illegal, So,
is it illegal in America?
Yeah, I think in some states it's illegal.
Okay.
Yeah? I think I'm not really sure. I think in most states it's even illegal.
Okay.
Having to you can't stand you just having to. It's illegal, but coming to politics and holding that office, one needs to be held in high moral, stands for one to say, okay, I need to run for that office, because the office is it shouldn't be desecrated.
Yeah.
According to how it's been positioned from time, it's not an office that should be desecrated or denigrated. Not just in America but in other countries. That's why we as voters or our citizens, we try to uphold or hold our politicians, especially people of that level, to high moral stand. So it's a yardstick, but then there are other matters. So we're not going to throw that away, but we have to also look at other issues like inflation, like we talked about, security, securing the borders and all that. Nationalism, having to build infrastructure, ensure that the basic person in America has a better life, which should be the focus. And when somebody says that's in the past, I think it's important that we try as much as possible, especially when we see that the person is coming with something better, to just let it go. But unfortunately, that's not something that will let go.
They don't want to let it go because of the person he is. If it was someone like, let's say, Barack Obama, they would let it go.
Yeah, if he gives a statement to say, I did that in the past, it was a bad space, and all that.
But Donald Trump will not, because he knows that everybody has a dirty past. So why am I apologizing for something I did in the past?
Well,
when I know that I can provide better for everybody.
Well, that one's FD. But America will continue to be America, and politicians will still be politicians.
Everywhere, any country, and it's everywhere that I feel like they're all the same. They all have a dirty past, dirty secrets hiding in their closet, bones in their closet, everybody. But
okay, so before we step onto the next topic, I see here. I look at this Trump's conviction and I say, man, they've actually handed this guy the ticket
to win.
Yes, to win. Because this whole trial and now his what's it called? His conviction has somehow spotlighted him.
Yes,
it has become
lot.
Yes, it has become a double-edged sword for him. So they're trying to use it to bring him down, but he's going to use it to go up. Now the thing about it is, if he had lost, if he had been acquitted of the charges, it would have been a weapon for him. Because he would have said, I said it.
But I said it.
Now, now that he has been convicted, he's still saying, I said it.
I said it.
So whichever case, I said it will still come up.
Yes, it's going to favor him at the end of the day.
It's going to favor him at the end of the day, except he's not given the Republican ticket. In a couple of weeks now, the Republican Party will tell us it will be clear who would be the Republican candidate. But one thing is certain: if he gets that ticket, he's at the forefront of it. If he gets the ticket, that guy is winning. Because if I was there, if I was a citizen, I'll vote for him. You, Lucy, will vote for him, and I'm sure Nick and everybody in this place will vote for him. Nick, right? Yeah, Nick said yes. So this guy already has 3 votes from non-Americans.
Very, very, I don't know whether the word is disciplined, and he's very disciplined in ruling the country. He doesn't, from what I've seen and the kind of person he is, he doesn't take nonsense.
Yeah, I think that's something that that he is very outspoken. He's not a career politician, so he's not really concerned about how you see him. He's more concerned about what he wants to do.
That's all.
And when you look at the matters, look at Jeffrey Epstein. There's been no conviction from that. I mean, none of his clients have been convicted. But what's up with the case? But we know of them. I mean, the list came out. We saw a lot of people on the list, top politicians, and then nothing. But Trump's case received the highest speed and alacrity.
Why?
Because of the election, because of what is because of him. So again, this is double-edged sword for Trump. He will likely win if he's handed the ticket.
Yeah.
The only thing that will make that guy not win is Republicans will say no, morally we are against this. But I mean, things are changing.
I don't think they will.
Yeah, things are changing, because before the Republicans were known to be Christian, they were very conservative and all that. But now it's changing because you have a lot of young voters who see things differently. And then you have Trump who came in when you have people that see things differently. Well, I didn't used to like him, but now
I like him. I've liked him for a long.
Trump, you've earned my vote.
You've earned our vote. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of What's Happening. And this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be very, very mad and angry because there's a trending video of a student in a particular very, very popular school in Abuja, and a very prominent school with rich kids, rich parents' children roaming around in the school, and then there is bullying. Are you guys trying to bring some K-drama stuff into this place? Like, I don't understand. Now, first of all, I'm sorry. Like I said, I was going to rant. I know I've started. But let me introduce our guest for today, okay? Okay. Now, our guest for today is
Hi,
Isaac.
Guys. My name is Isaac, and this is What's Happening. So,
now, Isaac, I know that you've seen this stuff that has been happening. And if you have a different view, I'm going to dagger you. I'm going to do... sorry... not to violence, but seriously, guys, if you've seen that video, it would provoke a certain kind of rage inside you. And I have a lot of opinion about it, but I'm going to calm down first because I told you I'm going to rant today. I was going to
slaps.
I counted. Like, you sat down for them to be giving you lunch, breakfast, dinner, left and right from two different angles. When it's not blessings that you're counting, you are counting slaps. No. Please, Sir Isaac, let me know what you think. What if it were you? What would you have done?
Man, if it was me, I'll retaliate. Sorry, I'll actually retaliate because I can't stay and someone will be slapping me and another person will come right,
give you
left,
from that
right,
side.
left.
But then again, people are saying that maybe she has been bullied from the start, and that's why she doesn't have such power over them, because it's more of a psychological thing. But even though,
well, it's possible, very possible. But at the same time, she looks like a very quiet and reserved girl.
Oh, please.
So, like, she wouldn't want the smoke from almost four to five people around her.
Look, I'm not blaming anyone here. In fact, I am blaming someone here. First of all, I'm going to blame the school, the authority. Like, you can't tell me this is the first time this has been happening. And apparently, Miriam just came back. That's her name. From a suspension, and she came to resume work for the same thing. She came to, you know what? We went on a break and now I'm back. The first thing you're supposed to have done, if you've seen this kind of deliberate actions repeat itself over and over again, what you should have done is expel this girl. Straight up. I be kilomfi. I wrong. I I wrong? I'm not wrong.
Apparently, they said the principal is not the type to take actions in things like this.
Then you have to step down and give somebody
He's not the
that
type.
would take actions.
And there are other cases like this in this same school.
Like
He
maybe
should
a
just
bit
step
of daggering. Sorry, no violence. I'm actually very, very angry because it's so annoying. This is not the first time. This cannot be the second time. And if we did not know about this video or somebody posted it and it leaking, we would have not even known. This girl would have just been quiet and collecting the beating.
And I'm very sure this situation would have been swept under the rug.
Exactly. Now them saying, "Oh, we're gonna sort it out." What are you gonna sort out? The same way this video came outside, you better sort it out publicly.
So like we've not heard anything from the parents, especially Namtiria's parents, because that's her name, and apparently her father is a son.
Bro,
Senior advocate.
first of all, I'm going to drop that title. I'm not one for violence because hey guys, we don't support violence, but this is my child. This is my child. Forget the fact that we are rich people. I pay school fees too. I can't be paying thousands or hundreds of millions just to come and be collecting slap left, right, and center from a student like me, not even a teacher. I think we need to bring back flogging in the schools because what is this? What is this? Like I said, I'm going to rant. And please, where are you know how they say classes should have like class teachers, monitors, how do they call it?
But like from the video, the environment doesn't look like a class. It looks like
a hallway.
Like not like a hallway. It looks like a rest center or what do they call these things?
Like a lounge.
Yeah, it looks like a lounge.
I mean, we get it's a big school. We get it.
So like in that kind of location, like there might be no teacher passing by.
Oh no!
Easily.
You can't tell me that there are not one, not two. What are you doing? Are you sleeping? Is that what they paid you here to do? Come on now, it's really annoying, and for the life of me, I hate bullies.
The most annoying part in this bullying situation is that it's over a boy.
Oh my gosh.
Over a boy.
Who told you they broke my heart? Who is the boy?
Who is the boy?
Bro, I will smack the living daylight. Like, you can't be... Chim. Oh, God. Like, you can hear me. I'm literally angry.
I think
like, my body is hot.
This is literally the effect of K-dramas.
My body is hot. You can't... Guys, if you've seen... there's a particular K-drama that I was talking about before. It's called The Glory. Jesus Christ. The way they bullied this girl... Even to the point that she could not talk to the teachers. Like the teacher would say, "It's just a student fight. Don't worry, you sort it out." And I feel like that is what the teachers are also thinking. Like it's just student fight. But then again, they are from two rich, prospective families, right? And if I come to meet you and say, "Bro, this girl is bullying me," I'm from a rich home. In that movie, in that series, The Glory, the girl was from a poor home, so I can understand where the teachers would say, "Hello, I need my job." But you guys are from a rich home, so please explain how you're allowing this person to be bullied. Like, there is no accountability. Where are the teachers? There's no house master or house whatever. Where are the teachers? I mean, there are some times where when I was in secondary school, you'd be in the class and maybe they're like you are making noise and everything, and then you just see a teacher walk by.
Yeah, you know, most of these schools, the staff rooms are quite a distance from all the classes.
Oh, it's normal. It's normal. That is why they are they should delegate teachers who have like a timetable. Okay, you guys will check this place. You know that this is your time to check classes. It's not right. How can this girl just go to school and be thinking, okay, today I'm going to collect slaps?
She is way traumatized, and I'm pretty sure if she wants to revenge, it won't be a good one.
Exactly, because
It
it's
won't be
the
a
quiet
good
ones
one.
that are even, no offense, more evil.
It won't be a good one, cause
And fighting over a man, a boy,
No,
not even a
not
man,
even a
sorry.
man.
Because you people are seeing secondary
A
school,
boy.
a boy
And
who
I'm
broke
pretty sure
my
that
heart.
boy will be like 14 or 15.
You get.
For crying out loud.
First of all, I feel like we should bring back flogging.
What are the parents doing?
What are you doing?
Like,
And
what
also,
are they teaching their kids?
I can't even for the life of me feel like, oh, I'm going to come to school and then I'm supposed to be afraid of
Afraid
somebody.
of some cliques.
Hey,
Some cliques.
My age mate.
Some cliques.
And if you check it, they gave birth to us on the same day.
And in funniest part, when it comes to public faces, my father is more than your father.
That
My father is more than your father.
is triggering.
Like,
My
we
papa
see-
big pass your papa, you they slap me.
we go tear each other clothes for
I'd
that
rather
sport.
fight. Look, I was saying that I would rather fight. Like, let us beat ourselves,
Yeah.
and let your clique beat me, and then I'll say, oh yeah, I stood up for
Yes.
myself. Than just sit down, then somebody is giving me left, right, collect here. Now we'll fight,
Well, like,
and then they will suspend us.
well,
But I get from the point of view where, oh, maybe she was bullied before and she didn't have that open-mindedness to talk and speak.
Talk, yeah.
Please train your children. Don't just drop them because, oh, you've given birth to them and then drop it for
just
maybe your
drop
mom
it.
or
Yeah,
the maid or
for
whatever to
maid
just
or family members
to train them. No. And mind you, she might have even said something like that, and maybe the parents just disregarded it, like,
'Cause,
it's
like,
just school
I'm
stuff.
actually surprised the girl is not even quite outspoken, unlike her father.
No.
Her father is
Now
very outspoken.
it depends on the family. We can't actually judge what happens or say what happens in their family. Do you understand?
true.
She might be outspoken and we don't know.
Because she didn't say anything in any of the videos.
That's why I'm saying that it's a psychological thing, right?
Yeah,
If we did not see this video, we will not know that she's being
wouldn't know.
bullied.
true.
So they might have started this thing from like the get-go, and they picked on her and be like, okay, you know what, this girl is a quiet girl. Let me go and
Let's
exact
bounce on
my
her.
let's bounce on her, let's
Take the
exact power
advantage.
and everything. And she's like, oh, maybe they did it the first time, they'll stop.
Yeah.
They did it the second time, she didn't say anything, they'll stop. My dear, if you're my child and you tell me that, you will oh
See,
Look.
me for sure, if it's my child and I say this thing the next day, I'm storming that school.
exactly.
Knowing the kind of power I have.
Exactly.
I am storming
I'm not
that
even
school.
using it as abuse of power, but because
It's,
I mean,
no,
this is
I will
my
abuse
child.
that power because this is my child. I will abuse that power because first of all, like, you slapped my child 20 good times.
Like,
20.
Is it lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner? What are we doing? And first of all, I don't know why. Like, what are the teachers doing?
First,
If I were the father, yeah,
first, I will arrest the principal.
no, I would first come out like 2 teeth, or maybe give him 20 slaps. Cause we're age mates, I cannot slap this girl, right? I'll first come out like give him the 20 slaps. Hello, we're not products of violence, but I mean this case is really, really annoying, and it will be so bad because at the end of the day they'll just come out and say, oh, the two families have talked about it,
Yeah.
they've suspended the girl and they're fine, that's it. But will the bullying continue? Yes. The only
it
thing
will.
that they'll tell the students is that every phone should be dropped at the, like, do not bring phones anymore. There is no what did they call them,
There's no solid punishment.
exactly, because the only punishment right now is expulsion. The only thing that they will give this girl is 2 weeks suspension, which they've given her before, and they've brought her back to resume
her
her
back.
work, or go and clean this class for 1 week, or watch the teachers. That is not punishment to me. That's like a chore. That is not punishment. They should bring back solid punishment. Be like, okay, you know what? I've actually thought of my actions, and I
Yeah.
don't want to do this again, because if I keep bullying this person, this is the punishment that is going to come to me.
Yeah, like give them a punishment that will actually embarrass them in front of the whole school.
Oh God!
For like a week.
Like steady punishing them. You know what? Do this. This is what you're going to face again. But then again, it's a rich school and anything can fly. I mean, think about this thing, yeah? I have not instilled fear in my children, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll go to school and be fearing someone, their own age mate.
Age mate.
When it's not the fear of God. Aye, oh, Chim, God. Like it's so painful. It's so painful, like down to my streams. Like, you can't do this to my child. You can't actually do this to my child. I might be saying, oh, this is that, oh, I have, but you can't actually do this to my child. Maybe it's the way I was trained, so I never took anybody that you can't talk down on me. If you're my age mate, you can't talk down on me. To be honest, talk less of slap. You call it.
I think Nigeria will need to be strict on juvenile laws now. Cause like we need to be strict on juvenile laws now. Cause like I'm pretty sure if this happened outside country in the Western world, this is a clear assault.
Yeah.
This is a clear assault. So like
evidence. There's evidence.
Me personally, I had two options for this kind of thing. One, either they make sure Namtira slaps the Miriam girl 30 times.
Oh, come on now.
30 times. Or the parents, they just go to court and fight this thing out.
I feel like
they fight this thing out in court.
I also feel like expulsion is even too small.
Like,
I don't know, maybe for me. Like, because it's my child.
Like, the parents needs to feel it from their pockets as well.
Yeah, like settle me.
Like,
settle me, but you feel embarrassment. Pockets. You feel embarrassment. And I also feel like there should be bodies, like an anti-bullying body in schools and everything, not just the principal, because the principal might have a lot of things on their plates. There should be like a counselor. There should be something. See,
I'm sure the schools, they have counselors in these schools. I am very sure they do have counselors.
So are you trying to say that the well-being of the children is not their business?
It is their business, but at the same time, these people are not doing their jobs.
So then again, it boils down to the school authorities.
The school authorities, they are not doing their jobs, and then the parents as well are not doing it, because they can't tell me they are not aware this is how their child is. Exactly.
Although the child might be very, very quiet and then not talk about it, because see, there's this thing with bullying, and being the victim of a bully. You can't talk. You cannot actually talk.
Well,
because they are scared that, okay, if I do go and report now, what will reporting get me? More bullying.
True.
And it's going to double.
But the bully, I'm pretty sure the parents are aware that, okay, my child is a bully, because
trust me, they might not know. They might not know. Trust me, they might not know. Now, from my collections of watching movies and seeing bullies and everything, the bullies are always the one being bullied at home. So they're coming to like passively transfer that aggression that they've gotten from the house to students that, you know that they won't even do anything.
True.
And then, you know what, I'm going to pour all this rage, pour all this frustration that they're giving me from my house onto you, innocent person. So it could be that. It could be that, maybe she's going through a lot in her own house. That's why they need therapists. They need like an anti-bullying body in schools, because you can't tell me this is not just the first school, and it's not just her, because there are other videos of some guys slapping and beating a particular boy over what?
I think
that you are bigger.
Our schools in Nigeria, they need to do better.
I really miss those times of like our generation and schooling, and you can't try this now. Like the rate of bullying now is way higher.
Way higher
than previous times.
Yeah.
I can't even, maybe there have been cases like that, but I can't actually pinpoint where oh, someone in my set bullied someone.
Someone like that. Like, I can't even remember.
Because it's going to go around the school. You can't slap a person 18 times in that same school.
They will even ask you. Teachers will ask you, who are you?
Who you be?
Who born you?
you collect it, you know. You know what, guys? There is no two ways or two views on this. Bullying is bad. Bullying is a disgusting trait, and if you have it or you're a bully, you need to change your ways.
Yes,
and that's it.
And Nigerian government needs to be strict on juvenile laws now.
Yeah, exactly.
So these kids,
yes,
they can actually sit up.
Yeah. And it's actually so annoying, because now the government is just putting priorities on some things that are not even really important. These are, like I said, like the people say, the leaders of tomorrow. And do we want a bully to be the leader of tomorrow? No, of course not.
Of tomorrow. These are dictators of tomorrow.
Do you get? We don't want that. We want leaders. We want people that will be empathetic towards people and their rights. So this is not the way to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this segment. I know that I ranted a lot, but next time I'm gonna give Isaac time to talk. I'm so sorry about that. But I am actually pissed, because this topic is a very, very triggering and a traumatic topic to even start talking about.
The whole nation is pissed about this particular situation.
Please expel the girl. We don't care about her age, because she did not care about her Miriam's age when she was slapping her. Come on guys, I want to know your thoughts on this. Let us know what you think should be done, and how Namitra's parents should go about this, and what you would do, because God, if they leave me to do this, we know what will be done. And that's it, guys, on what's happening. Until next time, I am your girl Lucy, and we have Isaac in the studio. Bye guys. Also, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. We need that,
please.
Thank you very much.
We beg you.
Okay, bye guys.